Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate Firebase FireStore like Cloud FireStore inside your NextJS application or React.js application. So this would be for web and the code will be more or less same even if you are using some other web framework, so doesn't really matter. So let's start. So first you will have to create Firebase project. Now I will play one video on how to enable FireStore. Once you create the Firebase project, you will have to go to build. You will have to select Cloud FireStore. So just to show you again, so here you can see I have selected FireStore database inside build option, and once that is done, here you will have to click on create database. Once that you do that, you will it will ask you to select location. Now this location is permanent, so please select it carefully. Of course you can create a new Firebase project if you want to. Now there are two modes, start in production mode and start in test mode. I will start in test mode because for production mode you will require Firebase authentication to be already authenticated inside your app, to be already integrated inside your app. So you can use any Firebase authentication like email, password, Google, Facebook, Facebook or whatever, GitHub, those kind of whatever, but from Firebase. Okay, so then only you can select the start in production mode. But start in test mode, what it does is that it allows us to write data or read, update, delete data from FireStore without any authentication. But as you can see over here, it provides you a particular date. So till that date only you can do all kind of operations on your database. Of course it is possible to change the date as well. So in case if you require more time integrating FireStore, you can simply change the date, but it's better idea to start in production mode because that automatically requires you to be authenticated via Firebase. Okay, once you do that you will see something like this, and if you want to change the date you can just click on rules tab, and once this load, here you can see you can automatically change the date to whatever you feel like, and then once you do any changes you can just change the year, and once you do the changes it will ask you, like it will show two buttons like publish or something, which you can do. So first now I will show you the output. So here my FireStore database is empty. I have few buttons, so I'll just close this. So first one is add first user, so I'll just click on it. Okay, one user was added, and if I quickly refresh this, here you can see that user was added. Now I will add second user. Second user was also added. If I go over here, here you can see second user was also added. Now here you can see that in the first user I only have born, first and last, but for the second user I also have the middle, which is a key, middle name, right? So FireStore is a NoSQL database, so you can add any type of key value pairs. It doesn't require. So if I want to add third user for which only I have the first name, I can also do that. I don't have other details, so I can't, I will not pass it. And in fourth document you can pass some other fields as well, but typically you should not make it completely different, otherwise it will cause you a lot of headache as well. So yeah, next is read all user. So if you see in the console here, as you can see, I am able to read all the user inside my FireStore database. Fourth is read specific user. So here you can see I was able to read this particular Alan Turing, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And here is update user, so I'll just update the user. Now here you can see the name was changed to new Alan instead of Alan. Now for delete, I'll just delete this, what was the name again, Ada. Okay, so I'll just delete this user. Okay, user was deleted, and here you can see now only I have new Alan. So yeah, that's what we will do. So first what you'll have to do is go to project overview, select, click on this plus button. You will need to add your web project to Firebase. Select this web option. Here you can enter your web app name, whatever you feel like. So currently okay, so I'll just enter something like this. Click register app, and now it will give you some code which you need to copy paste inside your So firstly, as you can see, we also require Firebase dependency. So first you can just create your NextJS project or whatever web framework you are using. Again, this is not React.js specific or Next.js specific. You can use it with any web framework which you feel like. Next, inside package.json, just do npm install Firebase. So you will see this dependency. Next, I have created a file called firebase.ts, and inside that I have copy pasted this from our whatever Firebase gives us. So I'll just copy paste this and put it over here, and I have imported initialize as well as get FireStore. So here we are initializing our app, and here we are initializing our get FireStore database and exporting it as well. Once that is done, just click on continue to console, and inside page.tsx I have marked this as use client. Now this is a Next.js thing. If you are not using Next.js, don't worry about it. This is basically like asking Next.js to do client side rendering. Next, here you can see this is the button for adding the first user. As you can see, now to add you have to use this add doc collection, and this is our FireStore database which we had created over here, db. The collection name would be users. If the collection is not automatically created, it will create it for you. So yeah, don't worry about that. And if it is already created, it will just it won't create for us again. And here you can see this is how you can pass value like a JSON object. And once that is done, I'm just doing document return with ID. Similarly, for adding second user, here you can see this JSON object has this middle key as well, but this doesn't. So yeah, you can do that as well. Otherwise, the rest of the code is same, like add doc collection db and your collection name. Next is reading all users. So you can just do get docs collection db users, and here we get a query snapshot, and we are just looping over that query snapshot and just printing out the ID as well as the data. Now for reading a specific user, again we want the collection first, db users. Then I want to use a where clause where first key, like the name of the key first, is equal to Alan, and I only want one result. If you want multiple result, you can just remove this, but just to make our query as efficient as possible, better to have limit 1 as well, if you know that you only want one result or the first result. Now here again we just do get docs, pass our query, and if the query snapshot is not equal to empty, I'm just printing it to the console along with the ID as well as the data. So here you can see I'm printing out the first one, and again we only have one because we had added this limit of 1, but even after that it gives you a list of entries. That's why list of docs, that's why I have to use this 0. Similarly, for deleting a user as well, we will first get our collection, then pass our query, like I want to delete this user whose first name key is Ada, and I'm limiting it to 1. And here we are just doing get docs, so we will get a query snapshot. I'll just remove this, and here we can just do delete docs query snapshot dot docs pass 1 dot ref. If you have multiple things, then you can use again a for each loop and delete it something like this. And now for updating, again same collection user ref query, we are creating a query. So the first key name we are passing first, it is equal to Alan, and we are limiting the results to 1. And again we are getting the docs, and if query snapshot is not equal to empty, we just get the first result, and we just call update doc over here. We pass the db name, and we pass the user doc dot id as well, and what fields we want to update. So I just want to update the name to new Alan. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.